Hey, this is Politics with Laura, to where everything is politics. Whether if it's here locally in the US or if it's international, you will get the true news because I use newspapers from around the world. Politicians here or politicians over there, or if there's a war here or a war over there, I would make sure that you know about it. Hey, this is Politics with Laura, and I got a good one for you today. One of my subscribers asked me to look into Tim Scott, and I responded back saying that I knew a little bit about him, but not enough to form an opinion. Now, from what I learned is that he basically is new to Congress. He's from South Carolina, and he was elected in 2012. So he has like 10 years under his belt and just won a re-election. So which is a good thing. So now what I found rather interesting, a couple of things happened. Now, Tim Scott, his his chief advisor, or I'm sorry, his chief of staff since 2015, her name is Jennifer DeCasper. Well, now she's leaving to start her own consulting firm, which it would give her a broader perspective of politics. Well, not perspective, but she can do many things as a consultant, which is good. And within this, he decided to do more. He started to endorsing more people from other states. I believe it was a handful of people, which is a good thing. Which got me thinking, what else does he have in store? Well, Tim Scott recently started this super PAC. And in case if you don't know what a super PAC is, because I didn't, it's quite interesting. So what I learned about a super PAC is that a super PAC it is for a modern breed of political committees. So this is a new wave type of thing. Not new, but it's new. And it is a way that people or senators or congresspeople may raise and spend unlimited amount of money from corporations, unions, and individuals and associations to influence the outcome of state and federal elections. Interesting. The rise of the super PAC marked the beginning of a new era to a new era in politics, which the outcome of elections could be determined by a vast sum of money raising into them. Quite interesting. I see why they want to get rid of soft money, but then again, didn't, and then just made it unlimited. So, found that quite interesting. But now, Tim Scott, his super PAC is called Opportunity Matters Fund Action. So I thought that was quite interesting. I'm like, okay, so he had been 10 years in, and now he started a super PAC. Why? So I looked down the article and I saw something a little interesting. What I saw of one of a couple of different things is an Opportunity Matter Funds ads will will have backed by a pair of House of Representatives in Iowa and a GOP senator in Nevada, in the third early state stating, voting state in the presidential nominee process. Scott's leadership in the pact, meanwhile, has lavished hundreds of thousands of dollars on Republicans in their home states, which hosts the first in the in a southern primary. So on one hand, I see that it's good because there are other jurisdictions that can't raise the amount of money that they need. So I get it. However, there was something that I found rather interesting, and the article in Politico further states that the senator has drawn attention to major donors, including tech billionaire Larry Ellison, who has donated 20 million to Opportunity Matters Fund. The organization recently received 2.5 million from another donor, the South Carolinian businessman and philanthropist Benjamin Navarro. Interesting. So you could just put as much money that you want in there. And I have no proof of that, so I'm going to keep that to myself. So I find this rather interesting. So he has his consultant, one of his chief of staff. She's leaving. And I'm great, it's on good terms. So now I'm wondering, what are you up to, Mr. Scott? This reminds me of Barack Obama, but he moved quicker than Tim Scott. He was senator one term and then became president. So I don't know what his political aspirations are, but he's one to watch. So I want to thank my subscriber for putting that into my ear. And from what I see, he seems to be a good, stable politician, a Republican. Now, some people may say, oh, a black guy being a Republican, oh, he's trying to mesh next to the white people. That's what Tiffany Cross said when she was on her show, Cross Connection on MSNBC, and now she's no longer there due to she don't know how to control or censor what she says out of her mouth. Not necessarily censor, but you can call things out in such a way to where you don't have to be slanderous, as what she has been, in my belief. Well, actually not my belief, because she lost her job because of it. So, more than my belief. So, let's see what Mr. Scott has to offer. And I hope he does well, and I hope he keeps his feet to the ground and not to be used by the political machine. So, what are your thoughts? Oh, before I go, let me let you in on what the Opportunity Matters Fund is for. We know it's funding, but what is the mission? The mission of Opportunity Matters Fund, OMF, is to support federal candidates who promote the opportunity agenda to enact positive legislation initiative to help people that the American dream is alive and well. That's it. So, what are your thoughts? I want to thank you for stopping by, because you could be anywhere, but you decide to stay here with me and listen to my video, because politics runs the world. Now, whether if you agree with the politics or not, put something down in the comment section. Whether if you agree or disagree with me, that is okay. We can agree to disagree, or we can agree to agree. So please help me get to 500 subscribers, and then help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And thank you for stopping by.